I wonder if, oh, this does work. Ha, ha, ha. They were crazy enough to give me a microphone. We're not starting yet. I'm just stretching for time. That's what I'm doing. That's kind of how I roll around here. I don't roll as much as I used to. And by the way, do not adjust your spectacles or your cameras. The horizontal is not messed up. I am actually this much smaller than I used to be. For those of you that do not know me, I'm Alan Bolsinger. I have actually been coming to LPC now, what are we coming on? 42 years, actually. So LPC actually is on their 40th year in 2 days. 40 years in 2 days. That's insane. Yes! So my parents were charter members of LPC back in the day. From what I am reminded quite frequently, I was the first child of the nursery. Yeah, go figure on that one. This thing was that small at one time. So anyway, as soon as I'm given the go-ahead, we'll go ahead and get this variety show kicked off. I have been given the okay. Yay! All right! Welcome everyone to the LPC Variety Show. Now, like I was telling you, this is the 40th year for LPC since we have actually chartered to be that way. That's amazing. Now, LPC has technically been around for over 42 years at this point, but yes, we didn't come together with the Presbytery for official until January 29th of 1984. So, yes, in 2 more days, we will have our 40th anniversary. So, congratulations, LPC, on that one. So we've had a few events over these past few months. Our first one was our summer block party, which was amazing. Yeah, you got stuck hearing me back then too. I'm sorry. They just keep asking me to do this stuff. I don't know why, but they do. So we're going to go ahead and kick it off with our very first act. So our very first act is actually going to be consisting of our LPC Bell Choir. Now, we haven't had them together since 2020. Dang you, COVID, I tell ya. But we have some past members that have come to join us, and we have some current members that have come to join us. In fact, our director of the Bell Choir has actually come back and is with us today. Vonnie Talon. It is awesome to see you back over here again. We also have Jeff Woodhouse. Jeff, how you doing? We have James and Bonnie Salter, Candy Brooks, Tina Stock.
I'm James. She's Bonnie.
Are you sure?
No.
Okay, I was going to say, you can't speak up for the marriage. That's not how it works. She speaks, you say yes. That's all there's to it. All right. We have Tina Stock, Janet Scott, Linda Stedman, and Cindy Keese. They will be doing for us today, Let There Be Peace on Earth, as well as Canon. Now, the Bell Choir actually started in 1990 with LPC, and back then we only had 3 octaves. Just 3, 1, 2, 3. But we have since upgraded those significantly over the years, and we are privileged to hear them back over here one more time. So, ladies and gentlemen, the LPC Bell Choir. absolutely amazing job. It's like they haven't been apart. Isn't that crazy? I don't know how y'all do that. I'd swing those bells once and probably pull a muscle, especially some of those larger ones. Jeff, I don't know how you do it, buddy. All right, so our next performer is Josh, you want to come up? Josh is actually one of our co-pastors here at LPC. He'll be doing 2 different songs for us today on the guitar while singing. He'll be doing Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For by U2 and Known by Torrin Wells. Now, I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For was off of U2's Joshua Tree album, such hits as Where the Streets Have No Names and With or Without You, selling more than 25 million copies of the album. Torrin Wells is known for his contemporary take on Christian music genre, winning a Grammy in the 2018 for Best Contemporary Christian Performer and Christian Album of the Year. Known was released in June of 2018 and is the 5th single and peaked at number 3 on the U.S. Hot Christian chart. Just in case you all needed to know some of that history. All right, thanks so much.
I guess the Joshua Tree is an aptly named album since I'm going to do this, but yeah. Because I still haven't found what I'm looking for. I have climbed the highest mountain. I have run through the fields only to be with you. Only to be with you. I have run, I have crawled, I have scaled these city walls, only to be with you. You can sing if you know it. But I still haven't found what I'm looking for, no. But I still haven't found what I'm looking for. I have kissed honey lips, felt the healing in her fingertips. It burned like fire, this burning desire. I have spoke with the tongues of angels. I have held the hand of the devil. It was warm in the night. I was cold as a stone. But I still haven't found what I'm looking for, oh no. But I still haven't found what I'm looking for. I believe in the kingdom come, when all the colors bleed into one, bleed into one. Yes, I'm still running for the thorns and loose my chains, carry the cross and all my shame. All my shame, you know I believe it, oh, but I still haven't found what I'm looking for. But I still haven't found what I'm looking for, oh no. But I still haven't found I still haven't found what I'm looking for. And like Alan said, this is a Torrin Wells song. It's called No. It's so unusual, it's frightening. You see right through the mess inside me, and you call me out to call me in. You tell me I can start again, and I don't need to keep on hiding. No, I'm fully known and loved by you. You won't let go. No matter what I do, and it's not one or the other. It's hard truth and ridiculous grace to be known, fully known and loved by you. I'm fully known and loved by you. It's so like you to keep pursuing. It's so like me to go astray. Whoa, but you got my heart with your truth, the kind of love that's bulletproof, and I surrender to your kindness. Whoa, I'm fully known and loved by you. You won't let go, no matter what I do. And it's not one or the other. It's hard truth and ridiculous grace to be known, fully known and loved by you. I'm fully known and loved by you. How real, how wide, how rich, how high is your heart? I cannot find the reasons why you give me so much. How real, how wide, how rich, how high is your heart? I cannot find the reasons why you give me so much. I'm fully known and loved by you. You won't let go, no matter what I do. And it's not one or the other. It's hard truth and ridiculous grace to be known, fully known and loved by you. I'm fully known and loved by you. It's so unusual, it's frightening. I'm fully known and loved by you. I'm fully known and loved by you. Thanks.
All right. Thank you, Josh. All right, so our next three senoritas are coming straight out of Mexico, or Lacey, or Olympia, or Tumwater, somewhere. And they're here to do the Mexican hat dance for us. Now, traditionally, the Mexican hat dance is a courtship, and usually the women would wear a china poblana, there we go, and the boys would wear charros. So, without further ado, we have Gwen Huffman, Lynn Westby, and Carol Ortiz here to do the Mexican hat dance of sorts. Hi, Chihuahua. Ole! Okay. Our next performer, you actually might know her from her Sundays up here in the worship team, as she is one of our singers up here on a regular Sunday basis. And when Carol Ortiz invited folks to kind of blow off the dust of their instruments, well, she took that literally and decided to bring it out. So we have Linda Stedman with us today, bringing out her saxophone and playing for us today. All right. That was amazing. I actually understood the first one. Bicycle for Two, right? Bicycle Built for Two. I love that song. All right. Now, next we have somebody coming back to us, and man, we have missed him greatly. His drumming skills back in the day were amazing. I bet you they still are. Can you still drum pretty well? You ever watch that Chad Smith videos where he goes against Will Ferrell and all that kind of stuff? If you guys know who Chad Smith is, he's actually he's the drummer for Red Hot Chili Peppers, or I don't think they might be the lukewarm Chili Peppers these days, but could be.
He's really good.
He is amazing. So if you guys don't know, this is Jeff Woodhouse. So Jeff was originally with LPC as our drummer, part of our worship team, and as our director for a while. Prior to that, he actually came out of California. We won't hold that against him. And he was a Nordstrom's pianist back then. So everybody, put your hands together for Jeff Woodhouse.
Thank you. A lot of great memories at this church. And I was originally going to do a pop song and a Christian song, but unfortunately I didn't have enough time to learn two, so I decided I'd learn a pop Christian song. And I still get nervous up here, just like I did back in the day, so. Above all powers, above all kings, above all nature and all created things, above all
Oh, I love me a little Michael W. Smith. Above all, now I don't know if you guys know this, but that was actually done as a live performance at George W. Bush's 2001 inaugural prayer service. So, good song. Next, at 90 years young, this performer is still playing their cornet. Today, they'll be gracing us with a rendition of What a Friend We Have in Jesus. They will be accompanied by Carol Ortiz. Please welcome Tom Hibben. All right. Thank you, Tom. Now, as we can see, just from what we have witnessed today, we have had and still have to this day amazing talent within the LPC family, and we are so blessed after 40 years to still have all that talent. That is no exception with this next performer. Vera Leach actually is going to be reading for us 2 different stories that she herself has actually written, one of them being absolutely true from what I understand. So we'll see how that works out. We'll let you guys guess which one it is. So with that, Vera, if you'd like to come up and grace us.
Now can you hear me? Okay, I'll keep talking till you hear me.
Yes. We're getting there.
Okay, keep talking, keep talking. I feel like this is a fireside chat or something sitting in this chair. Okay, this first story is called The Lying Forehead. My cousin Margaret has two wonderful grandchildren, a boy and a girl, who, according to Grandma, are little angels, with one exception. They love to tattle on each other. On this particular day, she had been asked by her daughter to watch them all day while the daughter had to go out of town for work. Margaret readily agreed, and so after a lengthy drive, she arrived and was greeted by a slightly flustered daughter and two squealing with delight grandchildren, Jonathan, aged 5, and Charlotte, aged 3. The drive was worth it. They all had fun and lots of games, fun food, went to the park, in fact, a free and busy day. But suddenly, around 2 p.m., things changed. All the children could do, it seemed, was tattle on each other. Margaret sent them to the playroom to slow down and calm down, but it seemed to make no difference. Finally, Margaret had had enough. She called them into her and told them, "Grandmas have very special gifts, but only grandmas can see this. And so if you tattle and it's not true, the word liar appears across your forehead. But only grandmas can see this." The children's eyes got wide open. Wow, grandmas are special. They went back to the playroom in amazement. Finally, things were quiet. Well, for about 5 minutes. Then arguing voices were heard, and out came Jonathan, who said, "Grandma, Charlotte is doing so-and-so," and quick as a flash, he covered his forehead with his hand. Margaret had a very hard time not to break into a big grin, but as she looked at her grandson's cherubic face and the very guilty and "I'm sorry" expression on it, her heart just melted. The same story appeared 2 minutes later when Charlotte came running out with the same story and the same covered forehead. Margaret knew immediately they had reached the magical time, nap time. A few days later, she got a chance. No, sorry, I'm missing a line here. Okay. The rest of the afternoon after the naps was fairly quiet, but still fun. Mommy came home, and the children were filled with news of all the things they had done. After a short visit with her daughter, Margaret ready to go home. And as they were at the door, Jonathan said to Mommy, "Did you know grandmas can see things other people can't?" The mother and the daughter just looked at each other, but didn't say a word. But a little longer than usual hug, and Margaret left for home with a smile on her face. A few days later, she got a phone call from her daughter saying the children were tattling. She said, "All I had to say was, 'Shall I call Grandma?'" The arguments and she said that they were just standing beside her with their foreheads covered, as if Grandma could see through the phone. I wonder, do we have the word liar across our foreheads that only God can see when we don't tell the truth? Or maybe it would be good if we could see it. Maybe not. The tattling of children doesn't do too much harm, but the tattling of adults is a totally different matter. I sometimes think we have got so used to these lies, it seems to be an accepted way of life. God does know that tattling at any age is going to hurt someone, either the tattler by conscience or the receiver by a heartache. So please be careful when you think you should share something. Life's little moments can be precious or hurtful. It's up to you to decide. Do you have to cover your forehead? Remember, someone is watching, and it isn't your grandma. Okay, this next one I don't think is as funny as the first one, okay, shall we say. It's called The Faraway Heart. He was serving his country. How he hated to be away from home. He often felt lonely, yet he had a few good friends, and they would talk about hopes and dreams and family in this very dangerous part of the world. She was at home. She was a quiet person, but quietly strong deep inside. She had 2 or 3 good friends that she could rely on, and she would tell them all the joy she felt when he came home. But until then, they would be wonderful memories. How they hated to separate. It would lead to the big silent looks, the last gentle touch, the tears. Then it was time, and he was gone again. These 2 hearts may be far away from each other, but the love between them will last forever. Her heart was with him, and his with her. This is a similar story, dear friends, of Mary and her son Jesus. He often felt lonely, but yet he had a few good friends. How he hated to be away from home and Mary, but he could talk to his friends of his hopes and dreams in this dangerous part of the world. Mary was a quiet mother, but quietly strong deep inside. How she loved his visits, which were very few, and how she would hate it when he would go. She had 2 or 3 friends that she could rely on, and would talk of the upcoming joy when she saw him again. But till then, her heart was with him, and his with her. But there came that terrible time when her son didn't come home. In that dangerous part of the world, he had been arrested, tried, and was to be crucified. She was there, sharing a last silent look, a last gentle touch, sharing tears with a friend, and then it was time, and he was gone. Thinking that she would never see him again in her lifetime, she knew that both her heart and his faraway heart would one day be united. Her heart was with him, and his with her. Our hearts, friends, can sometimes seem as though they are broken also through life's trials and tribulations. Although we don't forget what caused them to break, it is our faith, our prayers, our trust in God that gives us our strength to recover and carry on, just as Mary did. The hearts of our loved ones may be close enough to be touched by us, but yet sometimes they are apart, whether here on earth or in heaven with our Father. Our hearts, what a precious gift from our Lord. He may be far away from us in one way, but also closest to us in another. Our Heavenly Father loves us so much. Our hearts are filled with this blessing from Him. And so remember, dear friends, to love Him, because He's never far away. Our hearts are with Him, and His with us.
All right, here. I got a good arm for you. Come on down. That was amazing. Thank you so very much. Man, okay. I just want to thank our military families and everything else that have been able to serve this country and have sent their loved ones to serve in this country. I mean, we wouldn't know what to do without you guys. And by the way, being a grandfather to this day, as it stands right now, I have got to remember the lying forehead, but it's probably a good thing I didn't have that as a child, because I got a big forehead, so it would have been like a neon light at this point. All right. So our next performer, well, you know, he's actually been here since he was knee-high to a grasshopper. Him and his little toe-headed self used to come in every morning with that infectious smile coming upon his face. And he has given us so many talents over the years, from being with our youth and singing back then, and you were in every single play that we had, every musical, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, every single musical. In fact, I was actually blessed to have been able to sing with him in Sweet Hog of Mine. In fact, we were actually making fun of that earlier. It was kind of funny. But without further ado, without further Gillian and Lily, Kevin Hutton, everybody.
Like Alan said, I will be your musical theater representative for the afternoon. Sadly, no Sweet Hog of Mine today, but I'm going to do Beautiful City from Godspell. We did this, I think, going on 10 years ago now, and I haven't sang this since then, so we'll see how this goes. Out of the ruins and rubble, out of the smoke, out of our night of struggle, can we see a ray of hope? One pale thin ray reaching for the day we can build a beautiful city. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can build a beautiful city. Not a city of angels, but we can build a city of man. We may not reach the ending, but we can start slowly but truly mending, brick by brick, heart by heart. Now, maybe now we start learning how we can build a beautiful city. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can build a beautiful city. Not a city of angels, but we can build a city of man. When your trust is all but shattered, when your faith is all but killed, you can give up bitter and battered, or you can slowly start to build a beautiful city. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can build a beautiful city, not a city of angels, but finally a city of man.
All right. Thank you, Kevin. Okay, I guess that was 5 musicals then, because I forgot we did do Godspell back then, didn't we? Yeah. All right. So our next performer, well, not that I want to put a shadow or any kind of extra light on her, but you guys would actually know her possibly as the niece of our library's namesake. Margaret Wood is her aunt. And she's going to be doing 2 different songs for us on her clarinet today. And you will have to forgive me as my Hebrew's a little rough here. So let's see how we can do right here. But the first one where she's going to do is going to be, He's Got the Whole World in His Hands. Who doesn't remember singing that as a kiddo? Man, I loved that when I was a kid. And then the last one she's going to do is the Hebrew national anthem, Ha-Tikva. Ha, see, it wasn't that bad. All right, everybody. Ruth Springer.